Okay, hello. Welcome bleh, back to another react. We are reacting again to Starharv ruining World War II with bad translation. It's like World War One, like the last one, but World War II.
I took Wikipedia's timeline of World War II and ran it through Google Translate using
Right.
languages with the worst translation quality. This is the result.
1939.
September 1st. German forces attack Polish forces at Danger Sea.
Danger Sea. I think they mean Gdansk, which is the legitimate name. It's Polish. They mean Danzig, which is the German one, but it's Polish, so I'm gonna refer to Dansk or Gdansk if you want, not Danzig. So that's what they mean. And it wasn't just the Germans; it was the Soviets too, with the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. They had a non-aggression pact, so they would split up Poland, and that's what started World War II in the Pacific. But arguably, World War II, if you want to get technically, it started with the Second Sino-Japanese War in the mid to late 30s, before 1939. So, but if you want to talk about specifically it starting in the Pacific, then yeah, 1939. So, anyway, let's continue. Oh, first of all, there we go.
The Baltic. But the attack failed. In Poland,
Eastern Europe, not the Baltic.
the army was unable to attack several targets at once, including the village of Wiruto. The state of Israel fell to Germany.
Okay, that's funny, but the state of Israel did not exist until 1948, 1949. So we are like 9 to 10 years off. So that's anachronistic.
The Sino-Japanese War of 18...
That was the first one, the Sino-Japanese War, 1894 to 1895. That was wrong war, wrong century.
1894 to 1895
Nope.
was a 3-year war between the People's Republic of China.
No, the People's Republic of China did not exist in the 1890s. It did not exist in the 1930s or the 1940s. At least during World War II, it didn't exist. So that's also anachronistic.
And the government of Japan. Denmark, Estonia, Finland, Latvia, Norway, Romania.
Though I think they mean the Second Sino-Japanese War, which, yes, China versus Japan and the Chinese Communists did partake. The NRA, or the Chinese Nationalist Army, and Mao's Chinese Communists versus the Japanese. So, yes, but the way they word it is wrong, hence the name badly worded translations. So,
And Sweden soon declared their independence. They were
From
already
who?
independent. They just wanted
from who? From who?
to let you know. The Swiss parliament ordered the army to close the schools.
Why?
Why? The
Yeah,
next
why?
day, the British and the French governments sent him to Germany. Day 3. At 3 in the morning, Neville Henderson,
I mean Neville Chamberlain?
the British ambassador to Berlin,
He was the prime minister, not the ambassador.
decided to go to Germany.
Prime
He
Minister
wasn't there
Neville
before.
Chamberlain.
He just decided, you know what, this might be the right time. A few hours after the start of the British War in
I believe there was fighting in Greece in World War II, so that part's accurate.
Athens, parentheses Germany,
What?
Canada flew to Glasgow,
No.
400 kilometers from Ireland,
No.
in Montreal.
What?
The Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe
I mean, okay, in modern times he was the prime minister of Japan, but so there's two Japanese prime ministers during that general time. The one was the Imperial Prince Konoye. And then his term was up, and then Hideki Tojo. We'll get to Tojo.
Bay announced the independence of Europe.
I mean, that didn't really happen until
September
45.
8th, President Roosevelt was impeached.
No. No, he wasn't.
Countries with low capacity increase military spending. The number of US troops in Korea will increase.
Not until the 50s, during the Korean conflict.
September 13, a large asteroid explodes near Casablanca.
Uh-oh.
125 passengers were lost in Mauritania.
What?
Karl Donitz lifted the military ban on radio
Radio silence.
attacks on Allied small ships. September 26, the Luftwaffe conquers Scotland.
Nope.
October 20th, the Ghost War. French soldiers live in trenches
They mean the phony war. Yeah, that was a real thing.
and tunnels along the Maginot Line. November 1st, Germany occupied most of Poland, including Danzig and the Soviet Union.
Danzig was split. Poland, yes. Occupied the Soviet Union? No. They didn't launch Operation Barbarossa until 1940, but it wasn't an occupation. It was an invasion. And they fucked up. Besides the winter being so brutally cold and their supply lines could not make it.
Poland invaded Ukraine and Eastern Belarus.
No.
Even though they've just been occupied, they're
The
still
Germans
striking
did.
back. I can respect that. The 17th of November, the IRA attacked London.
What?
December 31st, German propaganda minister Joseph Goebbels reports the events of 1939 on Nazi radio. This year has been tough.
I mean, he was... Please don't demonetize me. He was Hitler's propaganda man, so I mean, yes, he did talk a lot of stuff on radio at that time.
You have to be ready. You listen to Nazi radio at all?
If you listen to Nazi radio, there's a problem. 1940.
January. Eat salami and bravely...
What does that mean? Eat salami and bravely declare war on Finland. He already did that in the Winter War.
declare war on Finland. All Soviet forces were destroyed. Many of them are...
Pretty much. Well, most of them in Finland in the Winter War, yeah, they got fucked.
armed.
Also, go watch The Fat Electrician. Shout out to him on his video on Simo Heiha, the White Death.
On the 15th of
And Imo Koivunen.
February, my wife was captured by the Soviet
no.
army.
Uh-oh.
My wife? March
She was sent to the gulags.
11th, British food. March, day 30. Wang Jingwei runs a robot empire in Nanjing.
If he had robots in Nanjing, that whole Nanjing thing would have never happened.
Elephant and turned into a pillow.
An elephant pillow, huh?
Also
Cool.
on day 30, British spy planes target Soviet targets in Pike's Supply.
Not... Well, the British were our allies during the Cold War, but this isn't the Cold War, it's World War II. However, if you want me to get technical and pedantic, the Cold War overlapped with World War II at, like, the very ass end of World War II.
Sydney Cotton, high quality holiday.
Like 3 to 4 months, maybe a little bit sooner, before World War II ended.
Holograms available. They had to sneak a little advert in there.
Wait,
May
cotton
13th,
holograms, what?
He founded London in Belgium. People pray and cry. Yes. June
During
4th,
World War II, I bet they would have.
We will never stop fighting.
Winston Churchill. Winston. What the fuck? Winston Churchill's speech, "We will never surrender" speech. Yes.
On Earth, said Winston Churchill. In space? Maybe. June 20th. The French love Italian clothes.
Not
They do.
sure
And then
what
on
that has to
June
do with World War
24th, just French and Italian clothes. June 28th, General de Gaulle is recognized as the leader.
No, General de Gaulle was exiled from his country, and the provincial French government was in the UK, but he was never head of the British government. I think that's what they mean.
Of the British government. July 4th, Italy won the silver medal. Well done. August, when the war between Germany and fascism began, immigrants live in their underwear in Luxembourg. August 11th to the 15th, Battle of Tagankan in Somalia during the British invasion of Italy. You cannot visit the British royal family, and don't you dare try. August 22nd, German guns captured Dover and lay siege to the sea.
Uh-oh.
What? I can't believe this has happened. The guns themselves actually did it, not the people. The 31st of August, British soldiers attack planes.
I think they mean the Battle of Britain, I believe. British soldiers attack. I'm pretty sure this is the Battle of Britain.
A London factory was crashed.
It was actually the Battle of Britain was pretty much an air war.
Into the radar. I can't believe this. Also, August 31st, 2 tall ships landed on the shores of Belgium. Cher is sick.
Uh-oh.
Oh no! How could this happen? September 2nd, destruction of rocks. My aunt bought me a plane for 50 cents.
If I could get a plane for 50 cents, that'd be cool.
He prevented Hitler from invading Britain. October 15th, Mussolini and his allies decided against Greece. Also, October 16th.
I think they lost in Greece.
Project America's debut album. He was in Central Africa after fighting in Great Britain and France.
I mean, there's an entire theater of war in North Africa, not Central Africa. It was called Operation Torch. When we went in to start driving the Germans and Italians out of North Africa, then we went under and hit the soft underbelly of Europe, which is Sicily and Italy. Excuse me. And then we regrouped in the UK and hit Normandy, Fortress Europa. That's how that went down.
During the Christmas War. 14th of November, the magic of the night is in full swing in Coventry as the city centre is completely destroyed.
Yeah, the Battle of Britain. The, I don't know. I don't know, I guess you call it the Blitz, I suppose, but, like, the Luftwaffe. London got bombed pretty grievously, honestly.
Day 15, the Soviet Union joins the Big
Yep, FDR, Churchill, and Stalin, the Big Three.
3. British thieves, surrounded by rubbish, break into a shop in Warsaw.
What?
What? December 29th, German troops attack London. Church of...
No. The Germans never set foot on British soil.
Santa Maria Pauli. Who? Hey, Pauli! With the fucking gabagool!
St. Paul's Cathedral.
January 2nd, England won. GG. I am working. Some people are sent to help Germany and Greece in World War II. Joins Pablo in Yugoslavia.
Yugoslavia had partisan groups fighting the Germans.
Shaft is ready.
What? What do you mean the shaft? What do you mean by that? My shaft is ready.
The shaft is ready, honey. X. April 12th, leave Yugoslavia.
Yugoslavia.
And Belgrade. Pepe defeats the German Republic in the war. That's some sad news.
I mean... what was it, the Weimar? The German Republic? The Weimar Republic. The Weimar Republic ended in the early 30s when Hitler was elected. Yeah, the Nazis did that.
The British troops in Africa broke up.
Oh.
April 27th, Athens falls to Germany. Helen agreed. Day 30, after weight loss, Vizier Rommel ordered a halt.
The Battle of Tobruk and wrong title. He was a field marshal, not a vizier or vizier. I'm American. I call it vizier. That's thing with us Americans. We would just pronounce things as they are. So I would say vizier. Huh. Well, I guess he got a new title nobody knew about. That was sarcasm.
On the attack of Tobruk.
But the Battle of Tobruk was a heavily contested fight between British and mainly British and Rommel's Africa Corps. It was almost like Verdun, where one side took it, then it was retaken by the other, and then retaken again, and then retaken. So yeah.
Stop scanning immediately.
Oh.
I got some new updates on he. June 1st. He led an army to Crete and established a kingdom there.
Oh.
He has a British uniform. He
Interesting.
law. June 20th. The United States Air Force is known as the United States Air Force.
Yep. Well, no. Well, post-World War II, yes, but during this time, it was known as the U.S. Army Air Corps. The U.S. Air Force, as we know it, didn't exist until 1948, during the Cold War, after World War II, like 3 years after.
Thanks for the update. June 22nd, Germany launches Operation Barbarossa 3.
I mean, that didn't happen. There was only one Operation Barbarossa, and it failed spectacular. Well, it failed spectacularly, but not at the beginning. They actually made it to the pretty much the outskirts of Moscow until they ran out of logistics. Yeah, the Germans' logistics were like really shitty.
Third time lucky. June 25th, Soviet forces bombed Helsinki. Finland
No.
declared war on Finland and the
No.
Soviet Union.
Yes.
They've had enough. July 5th, the British government discussed the possibility of an alliance with Nazi Germany.
No. No.
Excuse me, what? August 22nd, German troops attack Leningrad.
Yes, they did, actually. The Germans did attack Leningrad, and they put it to siege for a little over 800 days. And that was grievous. That was fucking grievous. It got so bad that people just started dying in the streets. They started dying on apartment steps and stairways, and it got so bad people were eating sawdust bread and they were cannibalizing their dead neighbors. And no, I'm not making that up. That's like straight legit what happened.
Cleaning will continue. October 1st, chaos at Hogwarts.
What?
In Vilnius.
What?
You know, what was going
Vilnius?
on at Hogwarts during World War II?
Vilnius, I believe, is the capital of Latvia.
November 24th, the United States asked France not to sign the binding treaty, undoubtedly. Battle
What
of
binding
Moscow.
treaty?
German forces surrendered near Moscow in East Africa.
Oh, no, not East Africa.
December 3rd, when we lift up and support women, we must not ignore women. Thank you.
Fair,
The 7th
fair.
of December, Japan attacks the port of Baka.
Baka? You mean Pearl Harbor? December 7th, 1941, the day which will live in infamy. The United States was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan.
And declares war on the United States.
Yeah, that happened. Oh, they got my flag right. The 48 star. They got it. He got it right. That's correct.
The 9th of December, China declared war on Japan.
They've been at war with Japan for like the last 9 to 10 years up to that point. The Second Sino-Japanese War.
Regardless of the war, China also declared war on Germany and Italy.
Nazi Germany before World War II actually helped train some of the Chinese nationalist troops to fight the Japanese. Yeah, that actually happened.
Australia declared war on Japan.
Yes.
South Africa.
The Japanese did actually attack Australian soil. Was it? I think it was the port of Derby, I think, or Darwin. I know they physically attacked one of Australia's ports on Australian soil. I don't remember which one, but I think it was Port Darwin, I think. Yeah, I think it was Port Darwin, I believe.
Africa declared war on Japan.
Yeah, the Netherlands did that too. The Japanese took well, Japan, Germany, and Italy had different goals. And yes, I know they were aligned that, but they still had different goals. But Japan also had a giant racial goal. The Nazis were pretty much, Germany first, Lebensraum, German world order. Japan wanted this thing called the Greater Co-Prosperity Sphere in Asia. And they basically were doing this because they wanted, like, white imperialists out of, like, Asian places like, the Philippines, Thailand, like, British, Dutch, French, and American territories in, like, East and Southeast Asia. So they were also fighting a racial war of their own. So, yeah, not a lot of people know that. And the reason they attacked Pearl Harbor is because that underlying factor, but also because before Pearl Harbor, Japan was getting 90% of the oil from us, the United States. And because we didn't want to get involved in the war initially, we wanted to essentially do what was, I don't know, I guess a non-violent protest. So the most peaceful way we could go about that was just cutting their oil, and hopefully their war machine comes to a halt. So that's pretty much the two major reasons why they attacked us, and they also saw the U.S. Navy as a threat. So they used that as the excuse. Basically, if you took them at face value, it was like, oh, we want to get the U.S. Navy out the way. That was their face value upfront mask of an excuse to attack the U.S. Navy at Pearl Harbor. And the reason the attack failed is because our aircraft carriers were actually out at sea. And that's why we were able to bounce back, naval-wise. And during the Battle of Midway, we pretty much butt-fucked the Imperial Navy. Like, we ass-fucked them. We sunk pretty much all but one of their carriers in that battle. And unlike America's industrial might, which made us the superpower, and our standardization with our industry and our Lend-Lease program, Japan didn't have that. So that's why we basically fucked the Japanese in that war. So, anyway, let's proceed.
Japan declared war on Japan. Japan just wanted in on it. So, you know what? Me too, bro. December 15th, 2 British ships are attacked by Italian pirates.
No.
January 7th, after the Germans had advanced 150 miles to Moscow,
with 62 feet,
the Soviets began to winter.
Okay, the mileage is wrong, but they did begin to winter. if you're talking about Russia, in this case the Soviets, winter is a choice, my guy. It is a choice use of a natural weapon. Look at Napoleon. Hitler had that piece of history on his side, but did he choose to eat it? No. He basically told his generals to fuck off and kick rocks, and you better they die than come back. Like, well, that's yeah.
Barbarossa is a failed.
Not at first. Barbarossa went good for Hitler within the first year and a half, going through like through Poland up to the outskirts of Moscow, and then it was Moscow that pretty much turned the tide of the war. They got driven back from Moscow, and then Stalingrad was pretty much the final nail in the coffin. Once they lost at Stalingrad, that entire army group, the Soviets butt fucked that entire army group. Like, they butchered them. Like, they did not survive. That whole army group got circled and eliminated. An entire army group was pretty much exterminated by the Soviets, and that loss, you can't replace an entire army group overnight. So,
Opera. January 28th. Brazil breaks diplomatic relations with the most important countries.
What?
Refuses to elaborate further. February 9th.
Didn't know
This is
Brazil
the
had to do
first time
anything.
that the US military leaders have met for a military plan.
No.
I have no idea what they were doing before that. They were just winging it. March 17th. England is a country of electricity. It has no coal or natural gas plants. It's just a country that makes electricity naturally. April 5th. Cologne's Air Force exploded. It just did that. It just did it. Day 18. Dr. Doolittle arrived in...
They mean the Doolittle raids. Colonel James Doolittle basically bombed Tokyo, and they almost hit the Emperor and Tojo. Yep.
Nagoya, Tokyo. Make your
Doolittle
daily
raid.
commute more comfortable. Why is this giving me like life advice now? Also, the one below it, the sun is stronger at night. Now,
What?
I'm not sure it is, but I'll trust you on this one. April 29th, put the gun down and go. See Norwich and York. Turn off the laser.
Put your gun down and go. I think. Oh no, that's never mind. I was gonna say no, that
Adolf
wasn't
Hitler
it.
invited Benito Mussolini and Galeazzo Ciano to the
Who?
Salzburg Congress. It's a small thing, but try not to go to court and look like Hitler.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
If you're going to go to court, at least try not to look like Hitler.
Yeah,
Italy
don't do
sent
that.
troops to the east. Hitler won, and Mussolini agreed to send 7 more troops than he had promised. Just 7 more. Strongest Italian division. It's just 7 blokes. Ronaldo was ready to play again. The 16th of May, when Adolf Hitler protesting against the kissing ban, Paul
What?
removed his leg.
What?
What is going on over in Germany? Who's Paul? Why has he just got a removable leg? July 2nd, church planting is an inside job.
Church planting. Church planting. Are they talking about? They talking about Operation Valkyrie? Are they talking about one of the Hitler assassination jobs? Hold on. What? Operation Valkyrie. I know of it. I just don't know the date. When What was the date? Yeah, the 20th of July plot. Hold on. No, that's 1944, so no, that's not it. Oh! Whoopsies.
I try to stay home.
I did not mean to hit that.
Waiting on.
Ready to play again. The 16th of May, when Adolf Hitler protesting against
Hold on a second.
Malta. So August 15th,
Wait,
Al Qaeda.
What?
What is going on over in Germany? Who's Paul? Why has he just got a removable leg? July 2nd, church planting is an inside job. That's my conspiracy theory. Oh no, August 3rd, soldiers and ships destroyed the Kingdom of Malta.
Uh-oh.
So August 15th, Al Qaeda operation
What?
in Malta. What is going on in Malta? Okay, 'cause it's been destroyed, and now Al Qaeda here. August 31st, General Luxemburg's military actions in early 1942 were laughable. September 18th,
El Alamein.
Germany wins the Battle of
No. Quite the opposite.
Stalingrad. In the evening, Volga's enemies began to receive guests.
No, the evening. I mean, the Soviets crossed the Volga River. The Volga River crossing is Stalingrad.
28th of September, Guinea invades Japan.
No, that's incorrect.
Eagle Commander, parentheses, medical illness, was transferred to the United States Air Force.
What?
Hitler summoned the whole country and announced an attack on Stalingrad.
What?
Didn't they just win it? They just won, and he's like, you know what? We're going back in. October 31st, the British entered the lake west of El Alamein. Comrade Rommel raised
I guess he's a communist now.
his hand. He's telling. November 11th, he led an army from Alexandria to Marathas. A public auction has been announced. It's not over yet, the 12th. The 17th of November, Japanese troops sent aid to New Guinea. America is mad to lose. November 22nd, Battle of Stalingrad. So they're back in there again. German forces attacked Stalingrad. The Soviet offense seemed hopeless.
The Soviets defended.
Emperor Friedrich Ball, also known as Adolf Hitler.
What?
Sometimes
What the fuck?
he's known as that, was surrounded by the German Sixth Army. The Soviet Union took protection of Karachi from Germany, west of Stalingrad. Well, what?
I mean, Karachi's in Pakistan. I mean, I think Pakistan and the Soviet Union shared a border.
26th of
But nothing in Pakistan happened in World War II, though. That's totally fictitious.
November, battle between American and Australian forces.
Okay, there is a thing called the Battle of Brisbane. The Australians they got tired of seeing American forces on leave, and us Americans whooped the Australians' asses, and 2 Australian soldiers died. But it wasn't an actual like war. It was just Australians decided to be dickheads, and us Americans set them straight, pretty much.
In Brisbane. This is war.
That's it. Yes, it's war.
Uh-oh.
C News London. We invite you to take out your weapons and return to enemy territory. That's the end of C News. January 16th. Iraq has declared war on migrants detained for 2 days in Berlin.
What the
January,
fuck?
question 28th. My favourite day of the month. Germany's new driving law. Is this a time for...
Talking about the Autobahn? Because Hitler made the Autobahn. That was a Nazi invention. They created the Autobahn.
a new driving law? Okay, you've just lost the Battle of Stalingrad and now you're getting new driving laws. Saturday in February, doesn't say which one. 2 days after the release of the American shoe quantity.
What?
February 18th, German propaganda minister Faith Joseph Goebbels, he changed his name.
Yes, Goebbels is he's a hippie now.
declared war on his allies in a speech at
What?
an organization in Berlin. He is a member of the anti-fascist youth group.
No. That is demonstrably incorrect.
Group Rosa Branca. I don't think he is. Hello. Why does it just say hello? Hello. March 20th, Mongolian forces enter Tunisia.
No. Not unless we go. Did they go that far? Not in World War II. Pre-World War II, the Battle of Khalkhin Gol in Mongolia. Soviets against the Japanese in 1937.
And attack the governor.
Was it 38?
April 18th. Kill them before they reach your base in Germany through Tunisia. It's the voices in my...
I mean, that was the goal. Drive him out of Tunisia and North Africa, and then drive him back through Sicily and Italy, then through France, then through Belgium, then through the Netherlands, back across the Rhine, back into Germany.
My head. May 9th, Japan kills the wicked for 3 days.
They did see non-Japanese and non-Asians as wicked, so that's not entirely false.
Like witches and stuff. June 13th, the USA is broken.
No, you're not.
July 5th, sign the oil deal with Greece. Just do it.
I don't think that really happened.
Get it out of the way.
The Germans did not do agreements. They kind of just took it. They took stuff. Like in Baku in Azerbaijan, in the Soviet Union, they wanted those oil fields and they weren't exactly going to ask and make deals for it.
July 12th.
Oh.
Japan won a great victory.
They were not in South America, no.
In the Colombian War. The Battle of Kursk is the largest naval battle in human
No. Kursk is landlocked.
history. The Ancient Temple.
What?
September the 15th, Chiang Kai-shek meets US Governor Steve Wells. He applied to become a member of...
No. Chiang Kai-shek was the leader of the anti-communist forces in China.
the Communist Party. Did Chiang Kai-shek do that? Because I don't think he did. October 14th, 11 ambassadors and several soldiers were killed. The goal is to kill them all and get out the door.
What?
But the blood started flowing and the
What
neighbor
the
fell asleep.
Fuck.
November 20th, the colouring process begins.
What?
USS Tarawa attacked the Gilbert Islands and was attacked by the Japanese for Star Wars.
There were island hopping campaigns on Tarawa and in the Gilbert Islands. And the Japanese were defending, so yes. Star Wars did not exist until 1977. Also, that was a policy by Reagan during the Cold War.
December 12th, Ari Rommel, the first leader of...
No, the EU did not exist during World War II. He was a field marshal.
the EU. January 22nd, Great Britain attempts to break the position in southern Italy, and American General John B. Operations
I think they mean Patton.
begins at Antioch, Italy,
Antioch is in Turkey, not Italy.
under the command of Luke.
Skywalker? Didn't know he would exist in World War II.
But I can't go to the beach. 23rd of January.
Wrong. There were beach landings in Anzio There were beach landings in Normandy. There were a lot of beach landings in the Pacific.
January, Publius Song was killed by Publius Sano, the
What?
destroyer of Britain. 27th
fuck?
of January. After 8,372 days, which, if you want to know, is over 22
Damn.
years, the siege of Leningrad ends.
Okay, it was 800 or so days. Like 820 some days. Not 8,000. But I see where they were going with that. And yes, the siege of Leningrad did end during World War II.
And the Soviet Union withdraws from Germany.
No. U.S. and Soviet forces were closing in on Germany. Excuse me.
March 26th. Use gravity to destroy Soviet defenses against Stratkovic.
What the fuck?
April 4th. Lost ball boss
Ball boss? What the fuck?
Charles collects it all. April 10th. Soviet troops enter Ukraine. I'm going to Odessa. Don't know where you guys are going.
Yes, they did liberate Ukraine.
That's where I'm going. May 8th. D-Day 5.6 special day. June 7th. England runs out of pork.
Uh-oh.
June 25th. The result of the battle between Finnish and Soviet troops was surprising. The greatest battle in Scottish history. July
What?
13th.
No?
Lithuanian Soviet forces attack Sanmir Lviv. Semi-finals. Match 1. Brazil versus Italy.
What?
The 17th of July. Marshal Rommel died in a traffic accident in France.
Patton died in a traffic accident in France. Rommel killed himself.
On the 20th of July, Rommel was captured.
Rommel killed himself.
So I don't know what happened there. August 8th. Show Hitler Blast.
What
His
the
Pokemon
fuck?
move. The body as released and spit out. Divorce will not be declared for the benefit of the family. August 19th. The French Revolution begins in Paris.
Which French Revolution, though? Are we talking about the 1790s one?
The meeting is attended by Julia Ruth, the Prime Minister of Estonia. He summoned the Estonian army to destroy the Soviet Empire.
The Soviets didn't collapse until December 25th, December 26th, 1991. 45 years after the end of World War II.
Germany. September 6th. Option to have the new black loads
What the
and
fuck
bullets.
does that even
Anybody
mean?
want some new
You mean the Black Fleet? The Soviet Navy Black Fleet? The Black Sea Fleet? I think that's what you mean.
black loads? And then this. TheBearerToday.com.
Warar Lahubo o Jakika. No idea what the fuck that means.
This is like Somaliland. September 30th. Return to Canada. Hitler decided to open the door. That's
What?
all that happened. British troops arrive in Athens when Field Marshal Rommel suspects terrorism. He took care of his family and had a big funeral.
Yes, the Nazi state did give Rommel a state funeral. So that is true.
How's he doing all this after he died, by the way? November 8th. V2 bombings of the UK continue. After several Nubian rescue missions, the
What the hell
German
is
battleship
that?
Turpiz lands in Tromsby. What's a Nubian rescue mission? 26th of November, war begins in Italy,
War's been in Italy, bro. What?
even in the rain.
Yeah, because everyone knows if it rains, you gotta stop. Sarcasm.
Like before, it was like, if it's raining, let's call it off. December 24th, American troops arrive in the Ardennes. The Belgian ship Leopold goes to the French coast. More than 800 people die.
I mean, Battle of the Bulge wasn't exactly peaceful. It was pretty bloody.
Most of them American veterans. I killed a man. Alexis, what?
Fuck?
Why is this Wikipedia had like an admission of guilt?
Wikipedia, what do you wanna confess something, Wikipedia? What do you mean you killed a man?
It kept like leaving like comments, like hello, and I killed a man.
Hello, I killed a man. Oh, all right.
I killed a man in the Ardennes. Never forget. January 11th, first dinner on the Lido Road, on the Whitehall Road connecting India and China in northern Myanmar. It's the first ever dinner. On April 14th, British forces captured the Lower Triangle in the Operation Black Cock.
What the hell?
The country is known for its low-cost economy. What is Operation Black Cock?
It's a real thing!
It's a real thing. I can't believe it. I didn't know about this. January 20th, the Red Army enters the East. As the Germans continue to withdraw, Franklin Roosevelt became the fourth president of the United States.
No, he was elected for his fourth term as president, but FDR died in 1945, and Truman was sworn in.
And Harry Truman the second.
Harry Truman was vice president, so the vice president is second to the president, but Harry Truman was sworn in after FDR's fourth term.
I don't know how
For his first.
that works. 29th of March, the Red Army enters Austria. Confederate troops remain in Frankfurt.
What the fuck?
Germans go to high school. The 31st of March, Emperor Eisenhower surrenders to Germany.
You mean Supreme Allied Commander Eisenhower? No, he was not an emperor. He was president in the 50s after Truman.
They were just about to win. They were like, can't be bothered anymore. I'm leaving. April 20th, 1945, Hitler's 56th birthday in Berlin. Hate. Worthlessness. 21st of...
I mean, Hitler was on some hardcore drugs, and his mental state was all but deteriorated. That man was losing his shit. That's not entirely far from the truth.
April. Hitler orders SS leader Felix Steiner to...
Steiner! Steiner. He didn't. That meme. Fake line. Steiner did not attack. He had no army to attack. The Soviets were already in Berlin, in Germany. The war was pretty much all but lost for the Germans.
Attack and destroy the Russian army. Steiner's army is not.
Steiner did not have an army at all. So yeah, it was not.
Without command. No class.
No army.
No talent. Hermann Göring goes to Teutoburg
What?
and calls himself Hitler.
What the fuck? No. After Hitler did himself in, my mind's not there today. Not Tirpitz. Yeah, I think it was Tirpitz, right? Yeah, no, hold on a second. Fuck, what was his name? Fuck. I should know this too. Donitz. Admiral Karl Donitz took over Germany after Hitler died.
25th of April, White Day. Happy White Day, everyone. 27th of April, the German national team will face Finland and Norway in the final. The 29th of April, when the title was awarded, he left Germany, married Eva Braun.
No. He did so on his birthday, I believe.
And moved to Belgium.
No. The day him and Eva Braun got married was the same day they both did themselves in.
That's what really happened to Hitler. He's in Belgium. Day 30th, the witch's name and castle disappeared. The last words he wrote before he died. Joseph Goebbels is said to be the boss of the rich. May 4th, Karl Donitz orders all of his ships to stop sailing into Mongolia. We need to stop, especially since it's landlocked. We can't get there anyway. 21st of May, SS leader Heinrich Himmler joins the army.
Too little too late, my dude.
You're a bit
Y'all
late.
lost, yeah.
He was captured by Anglo-Soviet forces while attempting to climb Freedom Rock on the 24th of the Potsdam Conference. Truman gave the USA nuclear weapons.
No. Truman was not let in on the Manhattan Project. Project? What the fuck? Project. Until it was all but completed. He discussed it with Churchill on whether they should tell Stalin or not. Stalin had spies in the Manhattan Project. That's how he knew. He wasn't surprised, and that's why Julius and Ethel Rosenberg were, I think it was them. I know those two were, during the Cold War, those two were arrested and executed for spying for the Soviets.
British and American soldiers shot them.
Americans dropped them on Japan, but the British had nothing to do with that.
I got an idea. Should you be doing this? August 15th, Emperor Hirohito announces the surrender of Japan. And then the next day, Emperor Hirohito orders the Japanese soldiers to open fire. The 12th of September.
What the fuck?
Prime Minister Shinzo Abe sat down Japanese domain.
I was more than a willing participant. I was indispensable.
This is what happened to the people in the Nuremberg trials. Donetsk started in 1956. Francisco, dead. Film, death. Punk, released in 1957. Goring, he's dead.
Yeah.
Hayes, 1987, Lessons in Life and Death. Yodel, Mountains. Kate Brenner, Hell. Fire, Death. Nerf, founded in 1944. Radar,
What?
an introduction to the 1950s. Ribbentrop, to hell with it. Rosenberg, he's dead. Jekyll, he's dead.
Who the fuck is Jack? Oh man.
The Meeting. Sabu,
Who
dead.
the hell's Sabu? Well, that was that. Anyway, like I said, all credit goes to Starharv. That's his video. Go like and subscribe to him. Like and subscribe to me. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. That was pretty fucking hilarious. Anyway, see you guys.